I feel like, that should be always a personal decision, whether you want to get vaccinated or not. So I'm supportive of that.
Tennis Australia, who says Novak Djokovic wasn't given preferential treatment after he secured a medical exemption to compete in the Australian Open.
Despite refusing to confirm his vaccination status, he's on his way to Melbourne and will be flying into a storm of criticism.
I think if it was me that wasn't vaccinated, I wouldn't be getting an exemption.
Look, I just think it's just very interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
The world #1 will touch down in Australia later today.
For more on our breaking news, tennis star Novak Djokovic's visa to enter Australia has been cancelled after being detained at Melbourne Airport for 8 hours.
The Australian Border Force is examining a potential issue that's arisen with his travel declaration.
If he's not vaccinated, he must provide acceptable proof that he cannot be vaccinated for medical reasons. If that evidence is insufficient, then he won't be treated any different to anyone else, and he'll be on the next plane home.
Novak Djokovic is being presently held in an Australian detention hotel.
Melbourne's Park Hotel, which has been used for years to detain refugees and asylum seekers.
Protests against Novak Djokovic's detention in an immigration hotel have spread from Melbourne to Belgrade.
Isusa su razapinjali na krst I svašta mu radili. I Novaka pokušavaju na isti način.
The court in Australia that has been dealing with Novak Djokovic says that the tennis star is to be released, which means that he will actually be able to play in the Australian Open.
Immigration Minister Hawke is now considering using his ministerial powers under the Act to cancel Djokovic's visa once again, which could see the tennis star banned from Australia for 3 years.
The world #1 headed straight to centre court, telling fans via social media he was pleased and grateful the judge overturned the visa cancellation.
There's a new twist tonight in the Novak Djokovic saga.
This saga just keeps getting even more complicated.
Was he at an event on the 17th of December?
He's now under investigation over whether he lied on his travel entry form.
Novak Djokovic claims mistakes on his immigration form were human error.
He has issued quite a lengthy statement running some 6 pages. He says, on the issue of my travel declaration, this was submitted by my support team on my behalf.
The Novak Djokovic thing.
This is where situations like this are frustrating for players, because I want to come off and talk about my tennis.
We're cutting into programming for some breaking news. Immigration Minister Hawke has cancelled the visa of tennis star Novak Djokovic.
After 4 days in limbo, the Commonwealth has finally made a decision.
It's expected that he will try to challenge this decision.
Taken to his lawyer's office to watch the rare Sunday full court sitting. Outside, supporters chanted his nickname.
Applications approved, then denied, detention, then freedom, then detention again. The world #1 will find out his fate in just a few hours.
The orders of the court are: 1, the amended application be dismissed with costs.
Novak Djokovic has lost his appeal and will be deported. It also includes a 3-year ban from applying for another visa to come into Australia.
And lawyers for Mr Hawke argued that Novak was an anti-vaxxer and his presence in Australia would whip up anti-vax sentiment. But it is game, set, match for Novak Djokovic. He's been kicked out of Australia. The world #1 tennis star is on his way home to Serbia,